Abusia for a higher Phoenix Media, and any first time I will share me and subscribe, no, I like it, no, comment, no, I share, so I'm a Akuffo, and you be any audition back with your ampim Daaku as the winning. Nabusia, at the NS, ye, Abronye DC, Ayachini, and sense, and I know, and Ellen, I'm a there on a vim lady. Amabe kasa e de afa mo mabe che o madu na ye ka Ellen amade kwa no e na ye NPP communicator ne nsema o kanyina de say chi na ya che ye Abronye DC no no mu ne say Ghana police o mo hype no e ya advert no mo ya ma no fi so no ni pefe say Abronye obesa ba be pre e ye regional chairman ni biem eti de o mo ye na so o mo mankofo ehu no na e ne ye say obi adidi obi atema kwan kwa ye fa so a ye chi ni e wa bra chairman azoka o ho no ma o threaten e ye afanyama case eno kwa ye jano ni esi obi akodi di atam keke ni achi na ono no Abronye said oye ne politics no support na bi but onu hu ni say ekwan ya fa so a ye chi no enya saa kwan na wo say ye fa so chi no bi say e wo kroma ene ye cheche tiktokers e wa abira ye wo ndc tiktokers so ho no ma ye ja wo mo no ka o ma adwen na so no obi koka bia ye say oye party wait ni ya kwa kwachi to ono no chi na ya chi na ndi on support kwan na o mo fa so e chi na ye tie no.
Chairman Abronye is actually my regional chairman.
Yes.
So it's this hits home because he's my regional chairman. I've been known not to agree with him on lots of issues. That one I won't hide it. I mean, he's been public in the region and all that. I've not been a fan of his style of politics, but unfortunately, we live in a political system where you do not determine how people run their politics or how they want to do it. So far as it is not illegal. I'm not talking about morals here. I'm talking about legalities. So far as what the person is doing is not illegal, you cannot determine what the person should do. So the recent arrest, he was invited because apparently he said something on his podcast or something about the IGP and the president. Is that it? That is why he was invited.
Well, he was invited to assist.
Yes, of course. That was why he was invited. So he shows up. Now, before he even shows up, the day before he shows up, we have some police or thugs who jump or scale over the wall of the former Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer's house, Moses Abo's house, goes to his house without a warrant.
Scale the wall?
Yes, there's a video all over with with police boldly written behind them on Sunday, scales into Moses Abo's house, about 15 to about 20 people. And the thing is that they said they were searching for Abronye in Moses' house. And we all went like, why would Abronye be in Moses' house? Because they heard he had applied for an asylum with other countries, therefore he's going into hiding. So that matter is even still there that we haven't finished discussing. What is the police's business? Scaling over a wall into somebody's house, looking for Abronye, when Abronye doesn't live in the house. But that's something that we have to discuss. Then Monday he goes and he shows up because he was invited. He shows up and he's arrested. Isn't that what happened? And then they keep him and then they send him to court. And you look at the manner in which they sent him to court, you wonder, what has Abronye done apart from what they said he has done, that's by insulting people? Are we going to arrest people Rambo style because of insults? And you find it interesting that now it's the NDC and its members who are advising us on insults and people's political branding. NDC. I mean, seriously. NDC advising us, the NPP, on Abronye's branding. We don't need the advice. I can definitely tell them that the NPP is not about to take any advice from the brothel. We are not about to take it from. This is a typical case of the kettle calling the pot black. I mean, the last people who should even talk about Abronye's insult is the NDC. No, they should even go through that. I feel that this whole process, if it's because of the insults, because when I look at the charges that were laid against him yesterday, it was what was the charge?
Offensive conduct.
Okay, so now you have to prove what the offensive conduct is and how that conduct is going to look. What offensive conduct and what public peace?
Breach of
public peace. Then it's up to the police to prove it. But carrying somebody who you said has his conduct is offensive in the sort of car that they carried out. I haven't even seen known criminals being carried in, bundling him off and
the Black Maria
and all that, just for offensive conduct. Offensive conduct. Is that a misdemeanor? Misdemeanor, or it's a full-blown.
It's a misdemeanor.
And so we want to waste,
depending on the charge sheet. But what we know,
so we are wasting public resources with all the fuel that this car needs and everything just to carry one man. I can assure you, being my regional chairman and knowing him for quite some time, that this doesn't affect Abronye in any way. The only thing that the police is doing is they're just making him popular. And I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't support him. As I said, right from my region, I don't support him. He's going to go into an election, and he wants to go for the election of the regional chairman again. And it's quite a tough contest for him. All that the police is doing is to give him traction. That's what I feel, that they're just giving him traction. As for him going through the legal process, of course, we are in a country where we are ruled by rules and laws. So if his conduct is offensive and they are not happy with it, let's put him through the service. But I'm yet to understand how offensive conduct to you not grant the person bail, you're asking him to come back again. Anyway, as I said, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what's going up. And Chairman Abronye, from the person I know, is not bothered. I just feel that the police is just giving him unneeded traction, making him popular. But that's up to the police. If the IGP feels offended and he feels this is the way that he can extract justice, that's up to him. The other issue that I have a problem with, and the party stated, and I agree, is how it seems that some people are picked up for offensive conduct and others are left to go walking about. We are sitting here when we went to Akwetia by-elections. You had the third vice chairman or second vice chairman, or third vice chairman of the NDC, practically slapping.
That's the first vice chair, isn't he?
Second
vice chair.
I think he's the second.
Okay. Is he your second vice chair? Yes.
Okay. The second. The first is the one who died.
Okay. Yes.
So I mean, had this altercation with us. Third child,
your third
and
vice
then
chair.
His people gave him a slap and all that matter. We are still sitting here. He hasn't been picked. The communications officer of the NDC in the Akwetia constituency was all over the place threatening Nanabi and the minority leader in parliament, saying that they want to kill him. They haven't been picked. The same chairman Azoka was looking for Afia Markins to kill him. We are still sitting here. Honorable Markins have actually sent a report to the police. He still hasn't been picked.
I was lady on also about no so lady our can say. China ya chair ya Abronye DC no who say NPP for ni bikula wo hono ma eyom de papa paye ye hwe ye kan de Agyapong team na eyom de pa se nchepi no beka say ade say Abronye de wo ye na ye tutu asem anaso no kra kan bi na ye NPP for omulusi election no mko ye ni nyina etu ono de who say ade say NPP for ni bi na ye de na afensu no ade say Abronye na ono ano na akoyi nika ni nsensem bi na akoyi nika amane Akodi eye abansem no hu ne se ade se ono no ne se de oye ne politics no enye sa na NPP for eye no ono nam ne be because ye NPP a from 1992 eba ni nyina omo no asem ya krache for mo de mra book mu na ye NDC for night to trust them any ade wo omo side nti se Abronye no kwan na ofa so na akoye ti se to trust them na se ye se Ghana police omuso omu yo madwuma no de omu ni problem bia omu hye so na omu yo madwuma omu mamra ne nya adwuma sa de eye na emu no ma ase enkoye se omu ye yiyimu efi ewo krom ha ene echi nkofo bi ne akata omanim na nkofo bi wo so aye che omu de na ase ye ja omu ye pese obi ehu se ase ya che omu na ho no ne omu problem bloggers wo krom ha nso omu di atentisi ase atemdi enko a na ede be che obi de ne na bloggers wo se ye che omu bi efi onu eye vimledi ye okrom anum se na ebe beso si ni su di na tem ama se bi ni ba nyina ye di na tem na so no mo na ho na obi koka bi aye se ya che no nti se Ghana police service so mu ye omadwuma na mda na ye adwuma dia enya pepepe ma enyiyimu bia embam yenti.
A very disturbing issue about Abronye arrest. Disturbing because ye chubia nya de ye palatable was ye. But Mcbrown so de say a year juma. But the issue no, I woman in this Abronye test no. I mean now it is becoming open say AI selective justice. Obian supported the Abronye ye no. Every day be make say NPP New Patriotic Party as a party. Abronye sooner ne banya or done it is a complete deviation from NPP. From NPP and Kenya. The issue that NPP for the brand against NDC was that NDC a kid for party to omo paper basabata. But NPP a crutch for party intino. Omo kasa basabasa, omo so nye basabata. This is the brand. Omo demand NPP from 92. Enti osha Abronye ne actions ne inactions are. It was a complete deviation from NPP now, a free 92. But even the NPP now can say see one as a party no. Almost some from said the omonanum the party ni ja omono. Even from present day NPP 92 no, almost some. The bourgeoisie party and late catch for omo the disagree, omo the debate issues. NPP now can say disagree, deviating, but omo deviating not just because. I think that over the years it's also because one year supporters na kata perse almost because there was always this notion say when NDC boy amuntu bi nya bi nchiro amuntu so menye enne ma mukta bamba mo time ni nyina ni ade form bamba boys invisible forces ni ade enka the typical ideology of MPP no nka ho enti Abronye niema na oye even ubusa Canada Japan camp perhaps where I actually Abronye they probably will be laughing. Because for months, Canada Japan camp has been complaining. The blame no crime about Baumia comes about Baumia, Nakola, any Abronye. Baumia also comes in and Pacho, Obia, Nakola, and Aya Nakola. Ye fa Obia Jumum. Of course, Baumia MPP, one for Bia Nilechi. And it's about Baumia Cat Abronye sooner or than a din Onimoria. He's right, Onimore. But within MPP, now I can tell you the MPP for who are laughing, who are happy to see Abronye. But I think that to some extent, for the over the years, in the past, I think the police doesn't have the moral right to do that because you see, justice is there. Lawyer for Becca said, justice must not just be done; it must be manifestly and profusely done. It is also rule of law. Opesemraya juma, amaya mamranya juma, dedeya mamranya juma, kojoya mamranya juma. But when you say ebe call one side. The moment the perception, say exactly that is how it is. I'm just saying, say, the moment a perception is created, say, couldn't crow for beside the but a co baby it's a problem. But now that is how it's appearing. Because over the last 10 years, no, there are also other people who have equally attacked IGPs, who have attacked President Mahama, even when he was the opposition leader. Kofi didn't attempt. Now, the one he was leader of NPP, candidate, president, Kofi didn't attempt. How many of them were arrested? But me there, as long as law never hear Juma, no, I will say yeah Juma. Is it because Abronye Nankasa he himself set a trap for himself and he fell into it? Now tell the idea for Ebu Omu baby, or say as you make your bed, so you go lie on them. As you go make your bed, no, so you go lie on them. If Abronye was over the place saying, Obi anya bema and change Obi anya bema, when you dare the police, you are kind of calling them to come and show, say they have the power. And Obi say, Constitution police for the power to arrest. They have the power to arrest, they have the power to search. In Jomuko Moses Abofia and Kofokaka, they have the power to search. They can get a bench warrant and come and search. And careful when we are discussing this issue. So I was say the law must work. The law must work. The law must work. And I'm kind of waiting to see how some of the better due process. But the bigger issues are Abronye saying that on feel safe. You see, I think that over the years, on Kofi because on feel safe. Near the aya grow because most of them are politicians. It's here they are growing so and few I say that I mean sometimes I think that when people's lives are in danger, people must give value to it. Yet one man here native nani Kwaku. But I think it's also important to also say Abronye nankasa within NPP, they will agree that there were excesses. Yeah, politics, but don't cross the line. So, but again, so the fact that Abronye what cross the line, interest I was here question. This issue, they could have even arrested and invited him. Said, "So no more inviting it." But I think what the police, I'm just saying hypothetically, say, I'm thinking that what the police want to do is they are fraud back, ya warn you back, or no Abronye nankasa a letter or chokoma. Embassies in seeking for a asylum because almost to a no more caution. Indeed, the people also think that you catch now, but still, I say tintin treaty, the Obeyan, Obeyan, and so you bet you the Ekoso. So, it's a law in Juma, Yamwana law in Juma. So, it is very unfortunate Abronye issue. I mean, we should say the Abronye no, or what Vim Pan or Cano, Obianya Beman Chen Obiao. Look, and Ghana Police Service, so they're okay. And Ghana Police, I don't know, is this your modus operandi and say a child be a suspect? Mube in any manner because Nancy, I won't say. Muchin Kophobia, because of the presumption of innocence and Article 19 of the Constitution. But I say, be more than more children and saying that no more you money to somebody who's the achamo. Is this the new policy? Mama, and I pick and choose, and I'm more, Mama. You see, by me, I don't mean, better make us I am a action because I mean free speech. They know. Ebima kasama na broso ya nchiomo. Nti why Abronye? Onye my favorite person because me feel say to the bia boom boom ne doso. O kasa boom dodo. Oye mi nua be man ka me ne be kasa pa but onye obi a me ye to tie futuo. Abronye boom no aka asem bi won ma enye for public consumption. Asem bi won ma enye for radio. So but then a podcast, microphone, said you Bruce and Predio, as I phone to be a but I never they say because I think that for the advancement of democracy, there also be any chance no expressing on good or bad. Name only right to so be them. But look, me, I've been a victim of insult. Yeah, do matem sa and they said you ma say me ba me yeah, one, yeah, do matem sa. It is a police almost much now, obia, koyo, obia, monchedon. Because ni criminal abuse, verbal abuse, ni spreading of false information, bloggers, you there, it shouldn't appear that although Abronye my favorite person, but there should not be a perception that you are picking and choosing. Say be more dear, mobeche, maybe more dear monchi. I want many police for issue no. Let the law work. Let the law work. Man, yet to say you are picking and choosing. You know the it's just sad. And normally the court out to say Abronye power. You know to me say boga yemre. Say police wants to do mini woman minu. I think NIB for picking the first. Or soon normally the coy. Yeah, baby. Ubeya so ya bema by the time I'll be no ma pick you da. We must all do politics, but we might have decency and your politics. No, it shouldn't be said they be a politics of say so. But at the end of the day, politically, in terms of politically, Obia eventually be usually Obeba out as a hero for the masses. It happens in the history of a union. We actually be from President Rawlings, you nipa ba bonten pe no aba be hero say a channel na or they are some building another form of fan base because I mean as long even though make us NPP no mo ye bourgeois elite party no they are also grassroots almost on pe buga na Abronye almost pesa buga you know so whether or not NPP no as a party will continue the buga or will go back to how almost say elite party and now they will do a blend of the two. We don't know. We don't know. They themselves should determine how they want to govern their party and how they want moving forward because that also determine whether Mubenya new people are joining more party and grow the party. And see, this is Abronye's case and NPP primary also. And it's in America said there are also a camp. For instance, Canada, Japan, camp, many other people who have fallen victim to Abronye tantrums, who are also low key, down low. They are laughing, they are smiling.
If you have said the Vim lady and the Amadako mo children, Musima Mubia Embem. A binding yesterday or more in Ghana Police Service or Munya do more yen prepare penemo. There was a fatano, Yemfa and man, ha Phoenix Media, Midi, and the other Shebakusia, Ampim.